This week, we're in the Caribbean. Cool, welcome to Peg TV, episode 2. This week we're in the Dominican Republic. We're actually away with our mastermind group. You can't see them, but everybody's around, off camera at the moment. So everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hi. It's a great time, and it's a lot of fun. So, episode 2, we've got some great questions today, and I'm going to go straight into them. So, what's the first question, please?
Aidan Skinner. If you're just starting out and struggling to get near 20% BMV properties, would you buy anything BMV to get on a roll?
Cool, great question, Aidan. Thanks for that. That's come through Twitter. So, would you get anything BMV to get on a roll? So, here's my view on below market value, especially in the current market, which, if I'm honest, we're in a hot market. Everything's changed a lot over the last 18 months to 2 years. And if we're back in 2011, 2012, then below market value was fairly simple to do. Nobody was buying. You go into any estate agent, certainly up north where we've been investing, and buy something at a decent below market value. But it's not all about the below market value. And as I've just been speaking to the guys around here, actually my criteria at the moment is return on your capital employed. That's the biggest factor that I'll be looking for when I'm buying property. So think about what the cash flow is going to be, what money you're going to leave in a deal, and other ways to add value to it. Because buying below market value is not the only way to add value. You could title split, you could increase the floor area, you could turn it into an HMO, and then you could have it refinanced on something like a commercial product to get more of that money out. So actually that return on capital employed is a much more interesting figure and statistic to be looking at. So if you can find things genuinely below market value, and I think anything 20% or above would be, I'd be saying, buy that right now would be good. So anything you can recycle some cash out, and if I'm honest, most of the deals we do, we leave a certain amount of cash in. It's very rare you get all your cash out, and I don't want to even go into are you going to over leverage yourself by growing a portfolio like that. That's probably an answer for a different question. But yeah, anything below market value, if you can get a good return on your capital employed, and that's going to be down to your individual goals, or your investors if you're deal sourcing, should be the thing that gives you that criteria to buy from. So hopefully that gives you some good advice to go on to, Aidan. Great. Next question, please.
Next question from Swap. What comes first, hustle or systems?
From Swap, hustle or systems? Okay, so you need to be doing both at the same time. When you're starting in any business, hustle is one of the major things you've got to do. You've got to put in that legwork, put in some elbow grease, get out there, see the properties, develop the relationships, get those networks growing, find investors. But at the same time, you should definitely be systemizing at the same time, because you want to be building that machine around you as soon as possible to replace yourself out of the business. Now, of course, you can't just build the machine without doing any work in the first place. But when we started doing it back in 2012, 2013, when we were developing our systems manuals, we'd be out hustling during the day, and in the evenings we'd be creating those systems around ourselves, so creating operations manuals. And you can do that however you want, really. You can either sit there in front of a laptop and type it out, or you could dictaphone it and send it off to a virtual assistant to get transcribed. But I'll definitely say as soon as possible, get some help in your business, whether that be a full-time member of staff, a part-time member of staff, a virtual assistant, a piece of automation software to remove yourself as soon as possible. But yeah, hustle, systems at the same time is a powerful combo that's going to get you working on your business rather than in it as soon as possible. Cool.
Question from Ty. How would you build an investors database?
Ty, an investors database. I'm just kind of smirking a little bit actually, because just to fill you in, we're obviously out in the Dominican Republic, and brought all the equipment. We've got the camera, we've got the laptops, we've got the dictaphone, I've got a tiny little SD card. So we've actually got somebody just standing off mic with an iPhone, so hopefully it's going to work. And apologies if the audio quality is not great. So, how to build an investor list? Well, the first thing you need to do is set up a database or a CRM, a customer relationship management piece of software. We use something called Less Annoying CRM. It's really simple, lessannoyingcrm.com. Type that in and you can set it up. I think it's about £6.95 a month. And what you start doing is every time you meet people, at networking events or online, on forums. Sounds like dating websites, doesn't it? Something like that. Probably not the place to find investors, but you never know. I know some people have done that. You get them into your database, so you get the contact details in. You can do it through digital marketing techniques, so you can have pipelines and funnels set up which is attracting people to you. You can do it through social media, so you can grow your social media presence on the forums, and that attracts people to you. But every single person you meet, get them in your database, create a list, and then you start to nurture that list, create a relationship with that list. So when you're then sourcing deals to either sell on to investors or to joint venture with investors, you can communicate with them with rapport and integrity from day one. And that, without a doubt, is the first thing you need to do. So Ty, go away straight away, get your CRM set up. Maybe you want to outsource that exact piece of thing, or work with a joint venture partner to go out and help you do this. However you want to do it, database, relationship, rapport with your list, and develop that community around your brand and your business. So hopefully that was useful. Peg TV episode 2. Sorry, it's a little bit rustic, but I always said we're going to do some episodes out on locations. We'll be back in the UK for episode 3. In the meantime, Rossi G will be working wonders with the audio. Also putting some nice little links on the bottom for the next questions for episode 3. So that's at Rob Property with the hashtag PegTV. We'll get those questions answered for you. And of course, if you get your questions to at Rob Property, we will be featuring you on this. And it's a good bit of exposure for you if you want to get investors over to you or find some more deals. That's all good. So have a great couple of weeks. We've got a long flight back in the not too distant future, and we'll see you back in the UK. Have a good one.